check. Well, you guys should be hearing me. I am getting ready to send us all into the Museum of Other Realities. Once it goes live, I hope it does not crash, but I haven't had much luck. So I just want to walk you through, actually in 360, one of the best or the better experiences I have had in VR. Give me a second to set it up for over the shoulder so that you can see what I'm seeing just as I sort of bring you into my world. So you should be seeing me. That's me. This is my avatar. And as I navigate through the world floating, I get to sign in and sort of see these exhibits and where I want to go. So I'm just going to walk through the place and give you guys an idea of what's happening. I can also teleport. I hope that wasn't too jarring. But you might also be hearing my echo as I walk through the museum. And this museum is so beautiful inside here. If you have a VR headset, you should be experiencing this place. It's well worth the money, and they update it with new interactive objects all the time. And a lot of the exhibits you can actually place yourself into. Voila. And now I'm inside the exhibit I was looking at before. And I can walk through this world and see the details that the artists have added. This is actually really, really cool. So I'm just going to walk through and try not to ruin your museum experience and just sort of call out things that I notice as I'm walking through the space. And I step off the edge and I'm back into the real world. I hope you're still with me. I hope you're still seeing what I'm seeing as I stream. Walking through here slowly, I think, is a good way to get you guys to experience as opposed to teleporting. It's really interesting too because the added atmosphere of this place is that I can hear my own echo in here as if I'm talking in an empty room. And this is something that I don't think, it's a free float area, I don't think you'd be able to replicate in real life, but this is sort of a really cool trippy ceramic texture. That's kind of scary a little bit. But yeah, extremely, extremely interesting things in this world that you can go in and through. And out on the other side, you know, just like in normal museum fashion, they have a little bit about the artist and the inspiration around this area. And what exactly happened. So this, again, I don't think I can stress enough how amazing an experience the Museum of Mixed Realities is. You honestly have to come in and experience it for yourself. Let me make sure I turn around. Now brace yourself, I'm going to teleport just because it's a little quicker. Also, this is my first time doing this, so I have no idea whether or not it works for you guys. So I'm back now, not floating through. I missed an amazing part of this thing. Inside here, there's an added level. I completely spaced out. I hope I didn't. So inside the exhibit itself is an additional world. If you look down in this hole, a lot more things are happening, and now the globules are like floating around beside you. Super cool. And then all of a sudden, you know, I can float outside of Kevin Mack's exhibit and go, you know, check out Alex's Sci Fi World, Matthew Schaefer. So over here, this is awesome. because you literally step into his environment. So I saw this on Quill and on Sketchfab, but this is the best part of VR. I don't want to sound snooty, but this gives you an idea of the kinds of things that you can do in VR, especially as it relates to the Museum of Mixed Realities, right? Like, you not only I'm experiencing the world and the environment that he built. You could not do that in any other form. And now I'm back into the exhibit. I've just stepped through to this cool little world, and I'm just gonna go down this dark alleyway over here and sort of see what we have. A little eerie. If you're there, don't worry though, there are no jump scares. There's like a horror section, but no jump scares. But one of the things I like about this place is that a lot of the experiences, oh man, I just teleported too far. A lot of the experiences are immersive. So with regards to what this experience is, if I put my head in here, I get basically her voice. It's active. This exhibit is kind of like a memory field built in tilt brush with some sort of sensory things associated with it. Basically, you stick your head in and you get one of her memories. And this sort of artist label here is a little bit different in that I can look directly at her. You see little exhibits nested away. I'm not going to give away the store. You guys, this experience is well worth the money. And there's another one that I just kind of want to get everybody taking a look at. Well, maybe a few more. But these things are trippy. So you look at this thing and you see like 4 walls now. And then I'm like, what do I do? I step inside of this world, and now I'm a stick figure with a body. But that's not it. Like, I've got these things. That's me 5 seconds ago, right? As I move my hands and do all this stuff and go across the room, you can watch them sort of strut around, and soon I'm doing a swim motion, and soon you'll be able to see more people sort of step into this world and do different things. It's just basically, whoa, that was trippy. And then I'm gonna just teleport over here and see what happens. I wonder what you guys are seeing in 3D. If you see anything, this is my first time doing this. I'm testing it, so it's a learning experience for everybody. But now I step out and I don't see my people anymore. So I wonder if someone else was in here doing this, would I see what they were doing? I'm going to go a little bit more into this sort of alien-esque world and just give you guys an idea of like the kind of stuff that people are doing with, I assume, tilt brush with some animation. But the other part of this is, if you look inside this room I'm going to straight ahead, it's completely responsive to my voice. It is audio reactive, and that's really cool. Not sure how you would do this. I mean, you could definitely do this in real life, but you know, the thing I like about this is I can have a completely isolated museum. I can have this, there could be somebody else in this museum in their own instance right now, and we would never meet. Or I could go to a public instance and have a conversation with somebody. I really love this app. So now we go into flow. You just, in each room, you kind of get an idea of people's art styles in the worlds that they make. And I'm going to try to go into one more world I'm going to teleport into and see what that looks like on the inside. and I'm small, so I can see the museum. This is where it would be cool to experience with somebody else, because I could see if they can see me sitting here in this world, and as a tiny person, and they're a big person. It's really easy to get lost in here and to just kind of see what people are up to. I don't know, there's a horror section, but I don't know how often they update these, but I'm still discovering stuff. You know, this is probably my third or fourth time in here, my fourth time in here. Really, really interesting. For the sake of time, I'm gonna teleport because I am streaming out in 4K right now, so I don't want to stress the device too much. I hope it's not jumpy for the people in experiencing in 360, but you know, we'll see. It's a learning curve for everybody. Friend generator is what that exhibit was called. I wonder what is down this hallway in this direction. Another dark room. Okay, let's go where there's light. Ooh, that looks really cool. The smoke got my attention. What is this? Oh, it's people around the fire. That's really sick. Lord of the Flies style by Rosie Summers from Britain. That's really, that's dope. That's really cool. This is absolutely amazing. I wonder what that is over there. I'm gonna go in and see. But yeah, again, I said I was gonna shut up. Nope. You know what that looks like right now? Whoa, trippy. Trippy. Should I go in there? Whoa. All right. I wonder if you guys are in here with me. Is this hell? Is this what hell is like? Absolutely trippy. That's really interesting. On the outside, I like the fact that they had that texture, so you had to get kind of close to it to see. Where am I at? Where am I at? How do I get out of here? How the heck do I get out of here? There we go. That's really cool. I really try to stay away from a lot of flashing lights. Knock on wood, you know, I've never had like an epileptic sort of fit. And VR is definitely going to test that. Ooh, that's really cool. As you get closer to it, I really like the bamboo forest. So I know some of these tech. This is built in Tilt Brush, but the experience that like you walk further away from something and you get close to it, things, animations and effects happen. That's got to be a result of the Museum of Modern Realities. That's really cool. So again, I hope you guys are experiencing this and seeing this. I don't know if you are. But when I watch the video playback, I will be able to tell what is around this corner. Please, nothing scary. Alright, cool. Alright, it's a stairway up to another level as something continues to just fall through. What does that say? Please touch. This is not like a normal museum. They want you to touch this shit. Okay, cool. Oh boy, what's gonna happen here? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. If you guys give me a second, I'm going to try to change the view so that it hovers around. orbiting, so that it's constantly orbiting me. All right, sorry for that temporary discomfort, but that should be a lot better. So now I've got the orbiting view where before I had the over-the-shoulder view. That is sick. That's so fun. That is so fun. How would you bring a class into here, right? Because if I was a kid, this would make me extremely interested in technology and extremely interested in the virtual space. But how do I get a kid to experience this? I gave my niece a Quest. I don't know how much she uses it, but she's also like 6. She's probably older than that. She's probably like 7 now. But it's kind of, I can see this world being way too much for her. But if she can bear it, or if I could be in there with her to sort of guide, that could be cool. But a lot of the controls are still not, kids are still very button mash. Whatever this scene is, that looks sick. That is amazing. By Elizabeth Edwards, made in Tilt Brush. So as we ascend the stairs, we go into what we know as the fabric of reality. And again, I'm not gonna do too much, because I'm sure they don't appreciate me, showing this to you for free. But I hope it has a virtual reality fashion show. I hope it has piqued your interest enough to where you would come in here and give it a try. I'm in an Oculus Rift, but you can also play this in VR with a Vive on Steam. And I think it's native to Steam, but only, I'm just able to play it